This over it. Yo, this video just decided to start, bro. This video just decided to start because it knew it's the time. Oh my gosh, this is like the second time this ever happens. Goodness gracious, these videos just want to start. These videos just want to start. But anyway, let me just close my window. Hope you guys can hear me. Oh, 2-3 on the timer. Let me turn on my car light. Okay, that should be a bit better. I hope you guys can see me. Always love. Yo, I've had an interesting day. I don't even know where this reading's gonna go. I mean, my phone just starting the recording. I was literally just trying to test this shit out. But you know what? It's all good. I'm just gonna trust that this is the way that it's meant to come through, right? Anyways, I did have like my cards in here, so let's go in. Let's tippy tap in. If it is your first time here, welcome to Brute Holistic. I'm thinking about my hair right now. You could call that roots. The boy got them locks. I got my hair there today. Hey. But it's always love, man. Straight from the most above. So we're gonna tippy tap in. Oh, 111 on the timer. I'm gonna tippy tap in. I'm gonna try and make this a quick reading. I don't know what's gonna come through, but let's see what we got. Myriam, sacred. Okay, is that visible? I think it should be. Yeah, Myriam. The Myriam, actually. Okay, let's see. Sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Wow. This is amazing. This is so amazing. Honestly, just looking at this oracle card, it has, roses. In fact, let me try to read this while y'all are looking at it with me, right? So as you can see right there at the top, it has a bunch of roses. It has two women there, and it has like these lilies, 3 lilies, and then it has 2 circles here. It kind of looks like some sacred geometry type of thing going on there. And these ladies are in white cloaks. They kind of look like they Muslim or is of the Islamic faith. But as I even look at these 2 overlapping circles just above them, there's a heart, and that heart has a line going through it, and that line is also going through the 2 circles. Wow. I think there's so much. Hey, then again, spirit is just like, yo boy, just go at it. Let's see what you got, my nigga. All right. I think, let me tell you guys about my day first and why I think this card is so relevant right now and why this message needs to be shared. Yeah, I feel drawn to like maybe drawing a tarot card as well, but for some reason I feel like this is actually enough. Goodness. Today I saw my cousin that I haven't seen in a long time, and this particular cousin has his own clothing business. He was starting up his own clothing brand, and in the spirit of support, I was supporting him for a long time. Like I would buy t-shirts, tracksuits, you name it. And anyway, the last purchase that I made from him, 333 on the timer, he never like followed through on that. And I let it go. Honestly, I let it go. And granted, we haven't seen each other for a long time. Of course, if we are gonna see each other, it's maybe like a family event or something like that. But anyway, I had to forgive that incident, because here it is today. He's moved into his new place and he connects with me, and I'm actually his first visitor at this new place. And while hanging out with him, it was so coincidental that he's going through something where he also needs to forgive and heal, and I was able to actually help and guide him in the right direction. I won't say the correct direction, because again, what's right, what's wrong, that's subjective. So anyways, I think it is very important. This is just going to be a short message again, but as much as I've had that day as well, and this card coming through, the message that I think is coming through is that we need to focus on the vision. If we don't forgive, we are actually like limiting our own blessings, because we are not allowing energy to transmute. We are not allowing energy to flow. I think we need to remember that forgiveness is for ourselves, because we are now choosing to release that experience. We need to also remember that emotions are from our past. everything that we feel is attached to something that we've experienced. And if we are still attaching feelings, emotions to those experiences and perpetuating them and repeating them, then ultimately we are living in a cyclical like loop, in a cycle ultimately, and we're not allowing ourselves to move past that, move beyond that. I've been in a very interesting space with regards to like manifestation and actually attaching like good feelings to the things that I'm trying to manifest, because that's how you're gonna manifest faster if you want to wear. So I'm thinking to myself that like if I hadn't let go of what he had not done, which was fulfill my order, I could have easily felt bad. I mean, the crazy thing is he actually did get my order, but then he went and gave it to somebody else. Oh goodness, this is not straight. Okay, there we go. That looks better. He actually got my order and he sold it to somebody else. So it's not like he didn't have the capacity to do it. So you can imagine it stung much harder for me in my experience that I'm telling you guys right now. Like, oh my goodness, like, bro, you actually had this thing. I've already paid for it. I was going off the trust, but I forgave. So much so that, when he invited me to his place, I went there with an open heart. You don't go to people's homes empty-handed. I rocked up with some drinks. We shared some drinks together and we laughed and we caught up. And of course, I was able to even guide him on some of the other things that he's going through, It was so interesting that like he was there to even embrace me in me telling him about my gift and, the things that I've experienced within the last couple of years that I haven't seen him. But I think this is very important, guys. Like, we need to forgive in order to heal. The experiences that we have are only going to be as great as our willingness to open up our hearts to receive, So, I'm even thinking about how this heart has a line through it, even when people cross us. It doesn't mean that you can't heal from that. It doesn't mean that you can't expand from that, because again, you need to see the light in all. Just as much as he was going through something, I was going through something. And I just heard myself saying growing through something. So going and growing. Many things are happening at the same time, in parallel. Both words wanted to come out at the same time because both things were happening. We are all going through something. We are also growing through something, but it's a choice. You have to choose to grow, or else you remain in that cycle and you just keep going through the same mistakes. Again, this says see the light in all. So I'm appreciating the light that was shared from that situation. And I think for us in the collective today, I need to share this with you so that if you are holding any resentments, again, cyclical, but if you are holding any resentments against anybody, guys, just let it go. I mean, does this energy really serve you? Is this doing anything for you? And if it's not, then yo, gang, just let it go. Just let it go, honestly. And I get it. Sometimes it's really hard to let things go. But that's a call to, step into observation, step into, being an observer of your thoughts. I think a lot of the time people think certain things and think that those thoughts are actually you. You think it's who you are, but even when I am thinking about certain things, I like catch myself like, wait. I can observe these thoughts. I don't have to absorb them. I don't have to attach to them or identify myself within them. But then from observing those thoughts, I now start to think about how does it make me feel? And if I like, oh, there goes the lights. I'm just thinking about Jadina right now. This is the same thing that happens in her videos. But you know what? I'm going to take that as a synchronicity. But anyway, I think about like, am I going to attach myself to those thoughts? And am I going to now define myself by those thoughts? Because I choose not to do that. But now, if you are not in the position of the observer, then of course you're going to think it's your thought. Because sometimes we're dealing with energies that are not even our own, guys. Gang, we're a team. The gods, the goddesses, we're here in this together. So I think it's very important that I share this with you guys. And again, here, the last message, it says love has no boundaries. I'm being drawn back to the heart with a line in it. It's like even though maybe we are crossed, there are certain people who are going to cross our hearts, who are going to do things that don't necessarily align with us, resonate with us. They don't see us, they hurt us, they sacrifice us in their pursuit of whatever they're doing. And I think a lot of the times people make decisions and they displace their responsibilities, their energies, their tasks onto us. But the whole point is, you know, one, love has no boundaries, true, but we also need to set our boundaries and also recognize that we put ourselves in those positions perhaps as an opportunity to learn. But also, if we are setting intentions for greater, for more, then we are going to be tested, right? So let's remember that love has no boundaries, guys. It's like, you know, firstly, another thought that's coming to mind now is like, we can only give what we have. So if I have love, then I can give love, right? And if I'm giving love without any boundaries, that means that I'm in a place where I can actually feel free, where I don't have to have my guard up for any sole reason. And then that's why you need to forgive. Because if I'm holding on to stuff, then how can I open up? You know what I mean? So I think that's why it's saying that, like, we are loved. We are meant to experience love in every shape, in every form, in every like state of our being, emotionally, financially, mentally, spiritually. Oh, there's triple one there. But if we want love, if we want to experience the highest vibration in everything that we do, then what are those boundaries that we are setting up, or those limitations that we are putting in place? And by forgiveness, which we do for ourselves, that means that we're choosing to release this thing for ourselves. It's not anyone else's responsibility for us to forgive, to keep our hearts open, but then we have to discern. You are not now gonna repeat the same mistakes, go into the same cycles of self-sabotaging yourself, because that means that you are just going and not growing, you know. But again, you are still growing. So time is passing by, and you know what, you're not really making the most of it. And I think that's very important. So don't just observe your thoughts. Don't just observe your thoughts. Go a step further and see, how do they make you feel? And if you don't like how they make you feel, go a step further and go and change your behavior. Because if you act different, you're going to feel different. And then now those thoughts actually start to like make sense. And, you know, the thoughts will actually change because now you've chosen to align with a different energy. And now you continue to do that. And then the frame is shifted, gang. You know what I mean? Like, we're shifting the frame out here. You don't step into your reality, you choose your reality. So I'm choosing better, so I do better. And as a result, I feel better, right? So, gang, let's do the absolute most. You know, I'm just thinking about myself, how I've always been wanting to go to the gym, you know, wanting to be active and everything. You know, I mean, I do ride a BMX, but now I've actually done that. I've been going to the gym for like the past week. You know, I'm feeling it on my body, like, goodness, there's a change going on here. And now it's about persisting. So I can't now put up a boundary and be like, nah, I can't do this anymore just because I just started. No flipping ways. We're not about to do that. We're not about to self-sacrifice, not about to self-sabotage. So listen, I'm using my life, I'm using my story as an example to tell you guys, 1313 on the timer, that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. You know, just show up, show out. If energies and feelings are coming up, that means it's they want to go out, you know, and it's on you to recognize, forgive, and release. Transmute that energy, put it into something that's actually gonna yield something else, you know. I'm even now being drawn back to this card as to how they are two women. It's like, can you face yourself, see yourself, and draw those connections? Where is the union between the life that you have now and the life that you desire? Because wherever that overlap is, I believe there are some things that are in our lives that are working and things that are not working. So we're gonna find that union point and then like almost timeline jump from one circle, oh my goodness, from like one circle to the other circle, you know. But yeah, that's what's coming through for me right now with this. And you know what, there's probably a lot more about the Myriam and these lilies. And you know what, I'm just gonna read the message in the book and let's close it there. I'm certain there'll be more synchronicities, but you know what, I'm just gonna trust that, like, yo, this message came through the way that it needed to come through. The Myriam, let's see, where you at. Okay, actually, let's just go to like the page of contents. The Myriam is 104. That might just be a light code for somebody out there, you know, with the angel numbers. 104. Okay, so the Myriam says, the Myriam, which means the beloved. Wow, let's love ourselves, gang. Are twin flame angels who come as one, sorry. They are mirror images of each other. They are the angels who appeared to Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after his passing. These angels spoke directly to Mary and helped her move beyond her grief so that she was able to commune with Jesus once more. They can help us move beyond the cloud of grief too. They heal grievances of all kinds, including ones that have been created by religion or the idea that God does not love or accept us because of a mistake we once made. The Myriam help us remember that we don't need to ask God for forgiveness because He never condemned us in the first place. Wow. Gang! Wow. Wow. Okay, there's an extended message. It says, there is a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. The Myriam are here, swirling their holy light around you so that you can regain a sense of union with Spirit. You are loved beyond words. Choose to see the light of God in everyone and everything and to love without boundaries. Honor others and honor yourself with your sacred vision. You are in a space of deep healing and forgiveness. Choose to see the light of the world. Choosing to see the light of the world will help you grow even more. You know what? Just like I can forgive my cousin and see the light in him, I can forgive myself for my past mistakes and knowing that I did the best at that time. I can also forgive my family, my friends or past friends, past colleagues, whoever, for doing all the effery that they did to me. And let that inspire you to move beyond your situation, your limitation or experience where you were held back in some shape or form. And I hope that you too can forgive and know that it will only lead to your growth. And we are growing, we are flowing, and we are going, gang. Let's go together. Let's go together. So again, just want to thank you all for spending this time with me. I hope this one was a good one. And always love, always light. Yay, yay. What do you do, gang? Thank you, team. Let's beam, yeah? Let's be that light. What's up? Peace.